What were your culture shocks?
Everything is overwhelming, even you.
The ambulances and the police, they drive like slow.
He kept on following me.
What kind of situation you need both?
No, you only get one ketchup.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Hey guys and girls on Ash Japanese, it's your flashy fashion reporter, Kathy Cat, and today we hit the streets of Tokyo and asked the first timers here in Japan what their culture shock was. First day, maybe first week, let's find out what surprised the man as foreigners in Japan. What gave you the culture shock the first time you came?
I think the culture shock was how orderly people were when standing in line for the train, or they wouldn't cut the line. Like, I don't think I've really experienced that here, and usually that would make me really bad, really angry back where I live. And it just feels so relaxing here.
No cutting a line in Japan, right? Yeah. What kind of shocked and surprised you here in Japan?
No bins, not trash cans.
No trash bins. Surprised about how many people. Place is always full. You gotta wait for everything, even for the fitting rooms. Yeah, everywhere. So that was very surprising.
Long cars everywhere. Everything is overwhelming. It's like, even you look so stunning, and everyone is like so passionate. Pretty much everything, to be sure.
Yeah, coming from Germany, I think you can be overwhelmed by the creativity of fashion here, right?
Yeah, we actually came from the Philippines, and the Philippines is total difference to what we expected, like what we got here, and that was kind of a shock, but a good shock.
What is crazy here that you don't have in Austria?
The clothes people are wearing. They're wearing very crazy clothes, especially the women.
For example, me.
Very colorful and entirely different than in Austria.
It's really, really pretty.
What surprised you coming to Japan?
Probably the trains, because it's like so much, and the train station, like the Tokyo main, the main train station, it's so big and so many shops inside. And
You can kind of get lost.
yeah,
It's a bit like a labyrinth. You're going in and you don't know where you're going.
yeah.
Did you get lost?
Not yet. Not yet.
We didn't try to find anything, so we can't get lost. We were just going anywhere.
When you first came into Japan, you were at the airport, your first week, what were your culture shocks?
First one I can think of is when you go to a restaurant, like let's say McDonald's, and you ask for ketchup. Like they will only give you one ketchup. They are skimpy on napkins, utensils, ketchup. Like they will only give you one. So you have to specify like the number or the amount of whatever it is that you want. So I just thought that was funny.
No, you only get one ketchup.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
People here just like walk really slow and like kind of like diagonal, like never really like walking straight. Every time I'm walking, I always notice that everyone's kind of like going to the side, and I'm like, let's walk straight. Another thing I also notice is like the ambulances and the police, they drive like slow. Like when they're in an emergency, I noticed that like it's like green for the pedestrians, but then like they're slowing down. I'm like, someone's dying. Like, you know what I mean? Like, come on. Like, yeah, like in England, it's like they're like, "Row," and then like here they're just like, oh. Like,
It's like
taking their time.
They're going to save one person everywhere else, but then they end up killing like 10 people on the way.
Yeah. Like,
But here in Japan, it's like, no, they really take their time
they're like,
driving.
no, we don't want to like hurt anyone. Like, let's like take our time, which is interesting. Yeah.
You also notice they sometimes like say, thank you so much.
Yeah. They're always saying like thank you and like
For no reason.
for like no reason, like after everything, which I think is pretty cute. But
They have like speakers in the ambulance that afterwards like, sorry, we're going for, so we go, yeah, thank you.
Yeah. They even say like, oh, thank you for like everything. Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. The ambulance is like, no, you don't have to say thank you. Just go, drive that person to the hospital. Any other like funny surprises you had during the first couple of times you came? Like someone talked to you and did something, or you were...
Oh yeah, there actually was a time when a guy came up to me. I don't really speak Japanese, and he was just speaking really fast. He kept on following me.
Oh no.
I wasn't too sure what he wanted. I don't know if he was selling something or trying to get me going to his restaurant. I was kind of like, what do I do? And I kept on ignoring him, but he kept following me. And then I spoke in English, and he was like, oh, okay, never mind. And he just backed off.
Sometimes some of the people who try to chat up girls, they suddenly just turn up and they walk next to you and go like, where are you going? What you doing? What you like, girl? What you want to do? Like, yeah, how are you doing? Where are you from? That kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, no. I don't want that.
Anything else where you're like, what?
The big crossing, after the people are gone, you think it's like, where are the new people coming from? It's like full like before. So.
Don't stop, Shibuya Crossing. Always people. Never stops. Never stops.
But I think for me, it's the fashion, mainly the fashion. Like with all the mangas and anime, yeah. there was, I mean, you kind of know it when you come to Japan, what it's going to be like, all the fashion and everything, but it's stunning and it's overwhelming when you come and see the first time the people wearing all these big dresses, and that was surprising. Yeah.
We share a little bit more of that in Germany.
Yeah, actually, yeah. A bit more like trust yourself to dress a bit more. I mean, I don't have that colorful on me right now, but even like in Berlin, showing a bit more of their fashion and everything, but a bit more confident would be great, I think.
Where would you want to wear? YOLO, you only live once.
True.
If you go to the shops, the people will scream something, and I don't understand what they tell you, but they're always saying the same thing. I have to look up what they- Yeah, that's it. Yeah. What does it mean?
Oh, it's like welcome to the store.
Okay.
It sometimes goes like away through the store too. The first person says it and the second says it, then someone in the back says it, right?
Yeah. And also in the store, if you want to try something on, then you need to put the face cover.
It's like a little piece of cloth you put on so you don't soil the clothes. A smart idea though.
Yeah, it's smart, but you can't really see anything while having it on, so it's a bit difficult to change.
For me, it's like they bow for everything. Like, even just if I make eye contact with someone, it's just like, even if I'm like accidentally like in your way and I'm like, oh, sorry, and they do it too, and just literally everything.
Have you already caught someone bowing on the phone?
I've heard about it, but I've never seen it yet. But I have heard about it.
Maybe I have, but I'm not sure actually.
You know that you've been here for too long once you start doing that. You will. You will.
That's so true. Like,
Bye, Mom.
Yeah.
Bye, Mom. Actually, maybe I have. Yeah, I have definitely seen someone. Maybe I do it too without noticing, you know?
Anything funny you've seen like in a store where you're like, what is that?
Oh yeah,
Just over there.
There was a nail clipser, and it was a 2-in-1 thing where you can open a bottle with, and it's a nail clipser. And in what kind of situation you need both? And there's no situation, I think.
Or even the cafe with the pigs. Yeah, you can just go in and have a coffee and just have a pig on your lap and cuddle with a pig.
Okay, if you had to give one piece of advice to a fellow maybe Austrian or a fellow European before coming to Japan, learn this or do this, prepare this, pack this, one piece of advice each one of you would give.
If you're from a country, you drive on the left side or the right side. Here on the staircase, you have to go on the left side. Yeah, you are standing on the left side, and if you want to go, you're on the right side.
And if you go to Osaka, it's the other way around.
Oh, so there are differences in Japan.
Within Japan, there's also a difference where you have to stand on the escalator now, you know.
Escalator, yeah. In Austria, you stand on the right side and go on the left side. So it was really different.
Just have a look where you are. Tokyo usually stand on the left, walk on the right. Osaka the other way around. And in Saitama, apparently you're not allowed to walk at all. Reverse culture shock I have experienced here in Japan is that recently we've had an explosion in gacha places. All the stores that kind of like maybe didn't make it during the pandemic, they seem to be now gacha places. There is gacha places upon gacha places next to gacha places, and there will be more. So that's one of the things I'm a little bit surprised about. I don't think there were that many there before. Now, if you're curious about more things from Japan, there is a playlist up here. Be sure to click that one, find out more, and I'll catch you soon on Ash Japanese.